How do everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled week of the Grumpy Vlogger Show. If I seem overly
Yay!
happy, it's because I am. Is
We
as
of
I was
the
telling the
Grumpy
guys
Vlogger
before the
Show.
show,
If I
seem
seem
overly
overly
happy, it's because I am. Whoop, hang on a second, I gotta mute my damn mic.
No,
What the hell?
yeah.
No, I don't know where I was getting the feedback from. Anyways, because I heard myself.
Oh, might
But
be
anyways,
mine.
yeah,
I
as
had
I was
YouTube.
telling the guys before the show that all I could think of today, because it is Martin Luther King Day, all I could think of was right after Trump was sworn in, it was free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last.
Free at last.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's a happy day in the neighborhood.
Happy day. Yep.
Yep. Happy. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was that song that the Purple Dinosaur used to? Yeah, what?
I love you.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
You.
okay, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking the one with Happy Happy Joy Joy. There was one that was
Happy Joy
Oh,
Joy.
that's
Ren
Ren and
and
Ren and
Stimpy.
Stimpy. Yeah,
Ren
Yeah.
and Stimpy. Happy
that's
Joy
more
Happy,
Joy.
appropriate for me anyway.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, for those of you that aren't happy about it, bless your hearts.
Yep. Bless your hearts.
Equal
Yep.
opportunity here.
It'll only last 4 years,
Yes, that's right.
you know. So,
Mhm.
and if your guys win in 4 years, well, you'll hear us crying and whining and bitching.
Yeah.
And,
Hey,
maybe.
And if your
comes and goes.
hemorrhoid persists, see a doctor.
Hey, take 2 Bex and
Yeah.
lie down. Yeah.
All right,
That's
let's
what I feel like.
Yeah, put
let's
some
say,
Vicks Vapor Rub on it. There you
Yeah.
go.
let me
Yeah.
start at the top here.
Yeah,
Let
Yeah.
let's
people
start
in
at
chat.
the top.
Yeah, and I'm going to say all the names, Art. So we'll let you say yours
Okay,
on your
I'll-
show. Okay. I had a hard time from Bill's the other night. Anyways, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Captain Joe America, Joe, glad to have you. Jody at Drone Shots. Come on, mouse. All right, and we got Arco Drone Solutions, and we've got East Coast Thrills. That's Dusty, right?
Right. Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut Pirate,
John.
John. Yeah, I know
John.
that. My mind
Yeah.
went blank. I've been sitting there trying to think. Now I
Yeah.
know his name. The X-Wing. Glad to have you
James.
on here.
Oh,
Hello,
wait.
James.
And Mark R. White.
Mark R. White. He are
And
is.
Mudball Don.
My
Mudball.
ball.
Johnny
Welcome.
Drone Flyer.
Johnny.
Johnny Drone Flyer. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Or Johnny Drone Buyer. Yeah.
Did he get the flip?
I don't know. He was talking about it.
He's talking
I mean,
about it.
every
Yeah.
time
Well,
DJI comes out with something, he buys it.
well, it looks interesting. I got to admit.
Yes.
No, he says no,
No.
he did not. Okay.
No.
But is he going to get it? That's the question to
Yeah, that's
ask.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just because he doesn't have it at the moment. But
Yes. That is.
Yeah.
That is correct, Charles.
Yep. Go
But,
do a review on it, like
Yeah.
all the other billion.
he says no, he does not plan on getting it. Good for you, Johnny. Stick with it. Be strong.
Yeah.
And
There
no.
you go.
Not only no, but hell no. Okay. Yeah. But so I'm coming to you. Damn, Mike's moving on me. I thought I had that fixed. He's sliding out of the way, or I might have bumped it. Anyways, so I'm coming to you on my high-speed fiber optic internet.
Yes.
Didn't make me look any better, folks. It just means I shouldn't have as many dropped videos.
Won't make him smarter either.
And no.
Yeah, no, it didn't help with that at all.
Yeah.
Because I've been sitting here all damn day hearing this beep, ding, beep, ding, trying to figure out what in the hell that noise was. And I knew something was coming unplugged. And while Art and I were sitting here talking, all of a sudden it says, we lost connection to your camera. Like, oh. So I had to plug it into a different spot because I had it plugged in on the docking station I have over here. So that wasn't me. So, but I also have gotten me the Elgato Stream Deck Plus. You know how the 3 buttons on that Tascam thing we had would never work? We could hear them, but nobody else could. Well, I've never been able to get anything like that to work, but this Stream Deck Plus apparently they did an update because they said it would. All the videos, they had some long, drawn out way of doing it here on StreamYard because StreamYard didn't support that. But they do now, or fixed it in the software so I can do, you know, like that. Or I can do my favorite of all time.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me know if you did hear those sound effects in the chat, because I know they heard it, but hopefully you guys heard it too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so
guess who wasn't at the inauguration?
Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama was not
She said
there.
she didn't want to be there because she didn't want to have to pretend.
Yeah, pretend. Hi there. Yes, yes. Nice to see you. Yeah,
You
yeah.
did the show good. Yeah, I watched some guys that they you're fired. You heard that one, yeah. That was the first one I installed on here when I found out it was available. So it's like, yeah, that's the one I want. They did some body language on the Carter
funeral
there. Yeah, on the funeral, and we're all up and it was like, who was it? Ann Quayle's wife.
Michael.
You know, she's still out doing fundraising and stuff, and everybody there, she's like, and as soon as they turned her back, you know, and all these people, they were like, hi, glad to see it. You know, in other words, they knew how to feed to the camera. If somebody was facing them, they're happy to see them. As soon as they turn their back, boom, straight face. And I thought hers was the best, though. She was really, she did, boy, it looked like a genuine. And if I saw her smile at me like that, you know, she's not pretty, but I mean, you know, she's a really cheerful type person. But then you see her, and all of a sudden she's just through the whole funeral. But then as soon as somebody looks at her,
hey,
and all of them are doing that at different points. These two guys, one of them, they're both behavioralists, and one of them is, in particular, he worked for the military for 20 years, you know, watching people's body language for catching, you know, the bad guys. He was in the Army, and that was one of his specialties. And he's written a couple books. It was just interesting, yeah, because they said the thing, though, that really, you know, all these other people they showed putting on their face and then, you know, and then like that. And they said also, if two people are talking, like I were to lean in, you know, and you were to lean, like you lean the other direction from where you're at, lean opposite me, Art. No, the other way. Nope, that way. Yeah. Yeah. If you were to lean that way, that means you're not really interested. You're trying to pull back away from me. But if you lean into me, you know, towards me, that means you want to hear what I have to say. And that's exactly, yeah, that's exactly what Obama did. He leaned in to hear Trump, because Trump had started talking to him before he sat down. He leaned in. So that you saw of Obama and Trump, you know, doing the, you know, laughing and smiling, that was authentic. Yeah, that was real. You know, all the other people around there, you know, Mike Pence, he was like,
Richard Bums.
Yeah, he was like, his face went, of course, they said one of the things you notice, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but George Bush, he comes in, sits down, and then starts reaching around and talking to everybody. You know, he turns around. They said that's a cultural thing. He's a Texan. You know, he's just a cowboy. And he's not, he doesn't put on airs. He's not sophisticated, as they said. And he's not, you know, he's just a good old boy. And so that, you know, like, and when I noticed too, like around here, you go to a funeral and you reach up and talk to the person in front of you, reach back, talk to the person. You don't stand in the aisle in people's way. You sit down and get the hell out of the way. Then you turn around and greet everybody. And it tends to be a Southern type thing, you know, from this part of the country. And I thought I'm going to have to look up and I'll try to put the link in the description, or I'll try and give it to you for Thursday, because it's like 50 minutes video, but it was so interesting watching the body language and stuff. So he does look
Notre
like his
Dame's
father
ahead.
now. Do what?
Notre Dame's ahead 7-0 over Ohio State.
Oh, are they? Okay. And
This is the national championship game.
Okay.
Yes.
Jim's
Here we
droning
go.
is here. Let's see.
Yep.
Who else
Yep.
got this?
We got a cool cat.
Yeah, cool cat.
Michael.
Jim's droning.
That's Michael.
Michael. Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, Jim's droning. I think his name is George.
No, it's Bob.
Oh, it's okay. I knew I was getting
Cadena.
wrong.
Did you say hi to Lance Cadena?
Oh, is Lance in here? Hello,
Yeah, I
Lance.
said hello to Lance, yes.
And there's
There's
Mel.
Mel.
There's
Yeah.
Mel.
Mel just popped in. I did not see that Lance.
Ken Heron.
I know
And
Ken Aaron isn't here.
Ken
Hello,
Dono.
Lance.
Here we go.
Yeah, Lance, I had fun doing what you did the other day. I was hooking up after I got my high-speed internet, I had to redo my mesh system, and it's not done yet, but boy, it is working. So once I get my Cat 8 cable running from my modem to my router, then I'll have my high speed I want. Right now, I'm just limited to 2 gigs down and 1 gig up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's enough. Don't get greedy.
We got Steve.
Huh?
Steve Jennis.
Oh, Steve. Okay, yeah. Hey, hello, Steve. Welcome.
Yep.
Considering what's going on and all of the, there's football games going on. I'm actually got surprised I got this many people on here tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was telling the guys today, I got up early, so I'm dragging a little bit, although you can't tell it. Yeah, I'm kind of tired, but I did take a nap today. But I got up early because they were coming.
Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they
came in at 8:00 this morning. The guy showed up to install my internet, which I'd scheduled it early because I wanted to get it installed and get him out of the way. I didn't know how long it'd take, and he was pretty quick though. I mean, he got here a few minutes after 8 and was probably done by 10:30. But because he had to completely restring the line, go up the pole, and then he had to come in. I have a brick home, so he just wasn't like a through the wall. He had to get out the hammer drill and all that. And Dominic's looking around like he's lost something.
No, there's just a huge crowd of people that's just rocked up and.
Well, just tell him to stand up. Tell him to shut the hell up. You're on a show.
Shut up.
Hey, I'm on a live stream here.
Yeah. Shut up, folks. Anyways.
Yeah.
And that's why you wear earbuds when you're on these shows, right? Because they can't hear. They can't hear us lipping off to them, right? So.
Exactly. Yeah. They can't hear. You can't, especially when I'm in a tram.
Yeah, multitasking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got up early today and did that, and then because today would have been Judy's 76th birthday, which I mentioned just to you guys, and I went out there and took her some flowers. Took her half a dozen roses because I couldn't find a dozen. But anyways, so yeah, I did that, and I came home and I stopped off at Walmart, picked me up a couple CAD 6 cables, but that damn thing is driving me nuts. It's pointed the wrong way. I'm going to have to readjust it again. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it should be. I mean, it's a good enough mic. It should be. But anyways, so anyways, I did come home and get about a 45-minute nap until my youngest son Patrick called me and started talking, and that's the reason I was almost late getting here, because I still had to fix my coffee and run to while it was fixing. I had to run down there to down the hall to use the men's room, the facilities, the bog, the loo, whatever you want to call it.
Dunny.
The Dunny. Yep.
Yeah, the boomer.
Yep.
Boomers and Sheilas.
I think the funny. I got to admit though, the funniest name is the bog.
Yep.
Which is and as sophisticated as we would like to think that one of the knights of the realm of the British Empire would not use that type of terminology, but when Sir Paul McCartney, one of the Knights of the Realm, was back in Liverpool and he went to what had been the house he grew up in, he says, well, let's take a look. He said, where did you do a lot of your songwriting? He says, well, let's go to that room. And he says, right here in the bog. I did some of my best songs in the bog. I'm going, I had to look at what the hell. Oh, okay. The Dunny.
Mark, Mark says the pissoir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pissoir. Yeah. Or
Well, I'm going. The other one. I think it's a really Australian term. Is I'm just going for a slash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use that one a lot.
4 inches of snow this morning. Had to put my annual tank of gas in the snowblower. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I know it was cold out there, and when and that was one of the things when she's in one of the newer sections, so they're constantly adding new tenants of the cemetery there, and it's a military cemetery. So just so happened on the row in front of her, but about 4 places down, they were putting. So I had to kind of walk around because there was a funeral. Matter of fact, when I was driving into it, I saw the hearse going back.
Hey, Bill.
So,
34.
Hey, Bill. 34 this morning. It was 17 this morning here.
We were in the single digits today.
Yeah. Well,
we unfortunately we've got a 34, but it has a C in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, I was standing out there at the cemetery, and of course, they've got that down to an art. Those guys do. I mean, they can come up there and they've got the dirt in the ground in about 30 minutes. It's all said and done. They're walking away. Because they have a special.
James.
What do they call those? Side by side, type four-wheel drive things, and it's got a long trailer or bed on it, and it has a cover on it with American flag, and has big, really, it's really nice looking. And of course, they load the casket into that, and then so when they pull up there, they just back up to the grave, and they just all grab hold of it, and like the pallbearer, down on the thing. They've already got the hole dug, but I was curious. I've seen him do that, but I was never close enough to pay much attention. So I did stand, with my hand over my heart while they were doing all that, because it's a fellow veteran or his spouse or her spouse, But anyways, because they provide a vault in the ground, which and so I was kind of curious because it seems like they're so quick. I'm thinking, man, did they lie to me? But sure enough, they have it wide enough that when they get ready to put, they lower the casket down and they pull the straps back and all that. And then today there's a gal that works there, and she was bundled up, but she jumps down into there and she stands on the edge around the vault, and then they bring over the back one of the big heavy duty backhoes, and they hook a chain up to it, and they lift it up, move it in place, drop it down, and she unhooks the chains, and then they got two big giant dumpsters that they just start dumping the dirt in, and they've got she's out there with the surveyor stick, making sure that it's all level, and that was another thing. They've been, because it's now a national shrine. They have to have every tombstone has to be set a certain way at a certain height to match for every other thing. It's the same as Gettysburg, or Arlington. Those are both national shrines. So Fort Gibson, that's the way. So they've had to go through, and even in Judy's section, I noticed today. I knew they had been working there. I thought, well, it hadn't even been a year since we buried her, but apparently they hadn't got to that. So they said at the old height, I noticed that she had about this, about another 1.5 inches, 2 inches of tombstone now below where it was, because you could see the line of where it was. So they've raised her tombstone since I was out there last, which was just last week. I was out there last week on Monday. I try to go out on Mondays, but yeah, guys, give me a thumbs up too.
Yeah,
And,
give him a thumbs up. I think I
Yeah.
did. Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I did.
Good.
Give
I
you a
appreciate
thumbs
that.
up.
So, oh, hello, Greg. Yes, Happy
Hey,
New
Greg.
World Day. Yes, but I'm not insensitive. I like to think of my
Mhm.
more liberal friends, and say
Right.
all I can say is a heartfelt bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
And don't forget the pharmacist that was at the cemetery. Somebody asked him, "Do you have anything to stop this coughing?"
I think I've got a sound effect just like.
Still waiting for the punchline.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You got anything for the
That's a shorter version of a very long joke.
Yeah. Bless your cotton socks. There you go. That's a good one. I like that. Bless your cotton socks. So,
Mhm.
but yeah. So I mean, it's been a bittersweet day, but I was able to, but I got to see that, and it was really quite interesting. And after they got
Cool.
they got done, and I finally it was getting cold, and I, I was out there about 30 minutes. The kids at Christmas time got me a hoodie, and it says,
Mm.
"I'm a grumpy old veteran. I'll do what I want."
Mm.
It is, yes, it is MAGA Day.
Yes, it is.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mark. I know that was a very hard thing for you to have to put up there, and I appreciate it. But yeah, did you hear about the guy who dipped his balls in glitter? Now that's pretty, oh my God. Oh,
Mhm.
Phil, that's
Yeah.
pretty nuts. You're right. That
Yep.
was good. That was a good one. I like that.
Mhm.
Do I have anything for that? No, I don't.
So, speaking of MAGA Day, how about Melania's hat?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that was pretty styling.
She, hey, she was looking. She wasn't looking too
She was
shabby for.
looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good, not trashy like Bezos' fiance.
Yeah, well, but it's eye candy.
It's like, hey, I couldn't find Mary Burke, but hey, here's my fiance. There we go.
The DJI change. Interesting,
Hey,
Brian.
Philip.
Now they can argue you don't need internet to fly in restricted areas. Therefore, less justification for a drone ban.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
We got
because
chat in the chat.
Mr. Koshat
Yep.
from the Shat Show. Yeah, he was on.
Yep.
He was
He
on
was
earlier because I was
He's
talking
on.
watching.
chat.
He was on Bill's show, or no? He was on Paul's show yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Last week or week before, I did so many shows I couldn't have told you what day of the week. I didn't count it up. I did
Well,
17 shows in 1 week.
wow.
Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
so I
You
didn't
ought
do
to be
much
at
this
the
week.
Tropicana.
Do I?
Do
Yeah.
two, do two
Yeah.
shows a night there,
Well, that might be if they were
You're
all
at
at the same time, but I was doing one at, starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then
Right.
doing another one, and
Try the veal. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Mhm.
we'll be here all week. But I've really enjoyed going on Paul Murray's show. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it every
Yeah.
day, every
We got
morning my
Thomas.
time for about the last 2 years. I've done it, and it's a very
Yeah.
therapeutic experience, I must say.
Yeah, it's a fun show, and I didn't get on today because I went and laid down and took a nap because I was tired.
Yeah, I didn't get on because I had a prior appointment, so
But
I went back to look, and he'd already finished by the time
yeah, I think he finished early because I did look.
Yeah, he only. It looked like he only finished an hour because I was there. I
Yeah.
came back. I tried to look for it an hour and a half in, and it said he finished about 20 minutes earlier.
Hello,
so.
Thomas Baker. Welcome to the
Thomas.
show.
Yep.
Thomas.
Yay. So, all right.
Mhm.
we're holding our own, you know.
Yeah.
Good.
So tonight. So, but yeah, let's see what other exciting man. After today, I tell you what, there just isn't. Today was a day in history. I mean,
Yeah.
like it
Yes.
or not,
Hmm.
it was a day in history, you know. And you know, when you think about it, in our lifetime here, those of us that are, you know, at least in your 50s plus, you know,
Yeah, I'm 50 plus.
uh, seen a lot of history just in the last 50 plus years, you know.
Mm.
Right.
It's
Hmm.
just amazing, uh, the history that's
Well, I,
happened.
I was born the year before the moon landing.
Right, right.
Oh,
Mm,
68. Okay.
Yeah, I was 14. I'm 14 months old when it happened.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Uh,
that. You know, have you
me
guys
too.
seen that Fly Me to the Moon?
Yep.
Uh that's a did you see it's like they threw everything in there just in case you believed in the conspiracy theories. You know, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the ending of it, but uh they hired this she was an advertising executive or an advertising person to help, you know, get things going. So because at that time it was 60s, late 60s, you know, Vietnam War was more important than, you know, nobody cared about the moon landing. And
Mm.
you know, and she's the one who, you know, kind of got it back on schedule and got it working. But just in case things went bad, and I never did figure out who her boss really was. You know, he seemed like he was somebody from the CIA. But
Mm.
anyways, is played by who the hell played that guy?
I,
Oh,
oh,
he played on Cheers.
Norm?
Ted,
No, no, no.
Oh,
Ted, Ted,
Ratzenberger.
John
Uh,
Ratson, George Wendt.
no, no.
Uh,
The guy,
Oh, John Ratzenberger.
yeah, no.
the
Who?
young
I'm
guy,
running out
Woody
of
Harrelson.
Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
was
was your
running out of
typical.
people in
Yeah,
Cheers.
I
Yeah.
figured you guys would get to it as soon as I heard it. I knew which
Kelsey
one.
Grammer.
Woody Harrelson.
I think Kelsey Grammer.
Most people don't realize he was on Cheers. That's where he started
Yeah,
out.
yeah. He was in the later.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He was only in the later series.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right.
think
Because he took over when the
he
coach
took over when the coach died. Yes.
died. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But and he had hair back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
I had to actually stop and think, was he in Cheers? Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
was.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
was just
Anyway, so
he came in when
so
the coach.
what they did was because the operations the command operations ground operations guy was pretty much strictly by the book. Just in case something went bad, they still wanted the people to be able to watch the moon landing. So they set up a set in a hangar by itself. And that's where the whole, you know, it's like they took this show and fed off of everybody's, you know, conspiracy stuff, you know. Like at one point she says nobody will believe that, you know, or we can't keep that a secret. So we've got we've been doing autopsies on aliens since we found them in 1948 down in Roswell, New Mexico. He says we've kept that
Yeah.
quiet. It's like,
Hmm.
and you're sitting there going, okay. She says, really? She says, I can't say, is it real or not? You
Hmm.
know, it's like,
Yeah.
so they threw in a bunch of the conspiracy stuff in there, which was kind of fun, you know.
Hmm.
But it's a good movie. What was that? Jim said, I farted. That's about as close to giving a shit as you're going to get. Who's that? The end of an error. January 12th. Oh, oh, couldn't find it. Yeah. It must be something going on in the chat I wasn't paying attention to. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah. So, but yeah, it was a good show. But I loved how they did you know, they filmed that. They went ahead and filmed just in case, you know, if something went wrong. Because
Hmm.
first off, the camera that they were, you know, that the camera was so heavy that they had to go in and they had to completely strip it. And uh,
Hmm.
Channing Tatum was he was the flight flight
Flight
director.
director?
Yeah, flight
Yeah,
director.
flight
Yeah,
director. Yeah.
and he called in 2 guys, and of course Woody Harrelson brought him his camera and says, "We want it live," and he goes, we can't do that. He says, well, he says, besides, nobody makes a camera like that. And he opens up this big green lock case. He says, well, actually, the CIA has made something just for a situation like this. He says, hey, it's top secret. And he says, but they're willing to let you use it. So then he calls in these 2 technicians he says, here, take this very classified top secret camera and strip it down so it'll fit on that thing right there. And Woody Harrelson plays he's a diverse character because I've seen him play he can play stuff right over the top where he's totally crazy, but he can also play some really straight up good serious spot. This one he was a little on the crazy side.
Yeah,
Right.
he was with Wesley Snipes in White Men Can't Jump.
White Men Can't Jump. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies from him.
Yeah, that is.
Speaking of White Men Can't Jump, that reminds me of who was that? That was Joe and Johnny, I believe. That there's some videos of Johnny trying to get hold of a drone that was up on top.
That is White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah. That white man couldn't jump. Of course, he's short, so he had to get him a trash can to stand on to reach up there on the roof to get it. But, yeah. Joe had put that up there, so yeah, I saw that. But yeah. Let's see.
Oh, it's 7-7 now. Ohio State, yeah.
Digital gaming.
Hey,
Gaming.
Justin.
Hello, Justin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Justin.
Okay. Yeah, so anyways.
Don't rub it in.
Don't rub it in. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is playing? Notre Dame and who?
Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Vance said he might have to miss the inauguration to go sit in on the.
There you go.
And of course, they ran with that like he really meant it. Like,
yeah,
really, you guys really think he? They're like, is he going to be there or not? Like,
right.
What world were you guys raised in? It's like, no, he's going to be there. He has to be if he wants to keep his job. So, although he's probably him and his wife are probably sitting back there.
They probably got their little, they're looking on their cell phone.
He's got a good smartwatch. Like they're right in the middle.
There
of
you go.
Yay!
Mark does make
Yeah, I remember back in the day when everybody had that little TV. They had like the 3-inch screen, and they snuck it in at the wedding, and they're watching the football game during the wedding. And
I've done that
before.
Yeah, I've done that once.
I got to admit, Mark, this is kind of what got me. He went on so much. Let's see, about having only 2 genders and then play YMCA. Yeah, a little.
YMCA.
And they made a big deal about it. First, they said that the Village people didn't want to play in Trump's song, but then I heard in an interview from one of the I think the only one that's really still active, and he said, we're getting money for that. Yeah, we want them to play our song.
Yeah.
We're getting more exposure than we've had in years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I don't get about these performers that get all bent out of shape when somebody on the right plays their song. Oh, don't do me. Like when
especially it wouldn't be. I could understand maybe some of the newer ones that are still making money, but when you get those old fossils,
right,
that like the Village people, even though they're
what was that song that Rush used to play that became his bumper music at the beginning? Was it Chrissy Hines?
Yeah,
that was What's the name of that band she was in?
I can't remember.
Down, down,
Pretenders.
down, down, bum, 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 bum,
Did you say
down.
Chrissy Hind and the Pretenders?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. It was about
Brassy
they
Pocket.
tore-
No. I'm trying
no,
Chain Gang. No.
I
Trying to
can't.
think of that song.
oh, I think they tore down the mall and put parking lot. I don't know.
Don't you
But
think
yeah, it was, you know, it was
Yellow Taxi?
yeah, some of these guys that protest about, you know, hey, somebody wants to play my song and I can hear it, you know, it's like he owned where the Urban Cowboy was filmed at that bar, Mickey Gillies, okay. You know, he said
My
every time
city
they
was
play,
gone.
huh?
My city was gone. Is
Oh,
the name
okay.
of the song?
Is the name of the song? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
you know,
somebody.
I saw Mickey and I got to meet him, but I saw Mickey Gilly live
The
once,
Pretenders.
Yeah, that's what I.
the Pretenders. That's what Dominic
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pretenders.
But
Yeah.
he said every
The
time they
Pretenders.
play the Urban Cowboy, it just goes ching ching, you know, ching
Yep.
ching. He said that's money coming in every time they play one of my
Like
songs up
a
there.
rhinestone cowboy.
You know,
You
not the Rhinestone Cowboy, Urban Cowboy.
urban cowboy.
Rhinestone Cowboy is Glenn Campbell.
Rhinestone Cowboy is no.
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell
Oh.
did that one. No,
Yeah.
different style of music completely, and although you know Robert Redford was I don't know that gotta admit that outfit he had it shined, that's for sure. You ever seen the movie The Rhinestone Cowboy? I've only watched it
No,
maybe
I
once.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I've
ain't missed
seen it.
much. Yeah, I've seen it, but it wasn't. I'll watch Urban Cowboy a couple of times before I'd ever watch
Hey,
that
Bob.
again.
We got Bob Casey.
Bob Casey,
Casey,
Bob.
welcome to the show, my friend.
We had a baseball player that just passed away.
Yeah, who was that?
Bob
Uecker?
Uecker.
Yeah,
Bob Uecker. Yes, yeah. I was
I'm like going, he died? I thought he died years ago.
Well,
I'm
that
like,
kind of was me too. I was like,
That's got.
yeah.
he just died. Well, I thought they, you know, I'm thinking, wait a minute,
He
just died?
90.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah, he's 90 years
Last
old.
week,
I hadn't
I think
heard
it was.
a thing
Yeah,
from him
little
in a while.
Laura.
Yeah.
And Scott
Hello, Laura.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, when I saw that happens a lot anymore. I'm going, they're alive? Well, they aren't now,
Yeah.
but they were alive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow.
I
And
watched
Scott,
Mr.
welcome.
Belvedere.
Huh?
You remember that show? Mr. Belvedere?
Mr. Belvedere, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
How
Scott,
many
are
of
you going to
you
be
drove a
down at South
Belvedere?
Florida Drone Meetup again? So, but yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of those people that you're going. Who played Mr. Belvedere, anyways? Was that?
Oh God, I forgot that guy's. Now I'll have to look him.
Just popping in before I go 9-9. Well, you have. Okay, well, you have a good night's sleep, Laura. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you
That
stopping in.
would be.
And I keep getting notices on my phone for something, but I don't know what it is. Oh well. Oh,
It's something I hate.
Yeah, it's
Christopher Hewitt.
Who?
Christopher Hewitt.
Oh yeah,
played
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be at the South Florida Drone Meetup this year. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going.
I'm not.
Yeah, and you're not. Yeah.
It's too far
Nope,
for
I'm
me.
not going
It's a
anywhere
little far
this
for
year.
you, isn't it, Dominic?
It's yeah. I think I can come to. I think I can come to the agreement of the financial cost of it, but 25 hours, I don't know.
Good Lord, Bill. He must be using his he's doing that's his CNC router that we're
routing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Router.
Oh, you're gonna be there too, Bob? Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Working on he's done an upgrade from the kit that he did from the build that he did for me. He's now upgraded all that to a really nice setup. So
cool.
As far as the metal that he's all the parts. So yeah, he did go kind of mountain man, didn't he? Yeah, he's looking.
Yeah,
he's definitely looking mountain man. So
yeah.
Mill, I think that beard's gotten bigger since I saw you, and it ain't been that damn long.
Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it?
Standing out the sides now.
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah. I said, I think your beard has gotten bigger since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I think so.
It ain't been that long. It's only been a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo.
This is
Anyway, I'll mute my mic again because this router is loud. I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
Yeah, I know. So. But stay in place, would you? I've got to fix that. I got to figure out. I'm going to have to. I think what I'm going to do is when I pull the mic out of a stand, I'm going to put like a piece of foam or something up in there so it'll hold it, because gravity is slowly moving backwards, which aggravates the snot out of me. It means this table is on a bit of a slope. So
mine's on a pivot, and when I'm done, I swing it over there.
Mine's on a pivot too, but the arm that you would think Logitech would make a better arm than this, but as much as they charge for that particular arm, it should have, it should be better than this. But
I think I got an extra. Send it to you.
Do what?
I think I have an extra one.
Oh, I have one in my office.
There you go.
I can bring it out there, and so yeah. Well, if Lloyd can make it to South Florida Dream Meetup, then I should try and make it there too.
There you go.
Everybody else is going to be unshaved.
No, I wouldn't require you to shave. I was thinking, Dom, if you like got just a small boat, if you started rowing now, you would probably make it there in time, because it's in April, so you got plenty of time to row there.
You might want to go around the Cape of Good Hope, around the Horn of Africa.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If it depends. If we get back the
Panama
Canal, he can go through there.
There you go. That'd be a shorter route. Yeah.
So the whole situation is because my East Coast is aligned with the West Coast. It's easier to do Melbourne to LAX. That's the trouble.
There you go.
And then I've got and that's 16 and a half, 17 hours. And then I've got to work my way. I've got to work my way from LAX to Florida.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be Fort Lauderdale would be the closest.
Right.
Fort Lauderdale, or you could go into Orlando, or I'm going into West. I'm going into West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm going into. And one of the official, because he signed a bunch of executive orders today, the new president, number 47 did, and one of them is he did rename at least on all of our American documents, it is not the Gulf of Mexico; it's the Gulf of America now.
Gulf of America.
He really did. He wrote in it. I thought, okay, he's just joking about it. No, he did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've got to have a bit of a joke about it. But
well, yeah.
If he wants to buy Australia, I'm totally up for it.
There you go.
No, I don't want it. You guys got too many. Yeah. You got too many friggin' liberals over there. I don't.
No,
we don't
that's
need
what we need. We need him to come down here and clean the place out.
He does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to clean the place.
I think that's what happened. He threatened to do that with Canada, and they suddenly decided. Trudeau decided he better pack his bags because he doesn't want to be the governor of Canada. So, and they've got a guy that's.
Did you hear about Biden's final pardons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I just
Fauci.
Yeah, Fauci and General Milli Vanilli or whatever his name was.
And the January 6th committee.
Yeah.
So that's Liz Cheney and all the rest. Oh, and then he pardoned his family too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about that?
What did they do wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure some of them are going, why'd I get a pardon? I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, there's been some people that have gotten pardons and they said, we don't want it. Take it back. We didn't do anything. So why do we need a pardon?
Right.
To each their own,
Mm-hmm.
Preemptive pardons. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he made the cartels terrorist organizations. That's right. I knew that was one of them. I didn't get to see that part of it because actually I think I was taking a nap when it came on. But it's they called them preemptive pardons. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I don't normally talk politics on this show. I save it for Thursday night, but today's a historical day.
Yeah, it's a special day.
It might be hysterical for some.
Yeah.
It
might be hysterical for some, but and no offense to any of my fans or friends and acquaintances that are liberal. I fully understand that.
Yeah. What about that?
Because that's what this country is about. Having the freedom to think differently.
Yes.
God, it would be
even when you're wrong.
Exactly.
Even when you're wrong,
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
Well, when Charles speaks, he speaks words
Jumps
of
in
wisdom.
with the zinger there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, actually, he said, "Yeah, we'll be facing some interest. There are going to be some interesting times, I think."
Actually, yeah, and we've got some interesting times because we're coming up to a federal election too.
Well, let's just hope for you guys that it. They can't plead the pardons are win. That's an idea too, because they can't plead the fifth because they've already been pardoned.
Yep.
So, but they can be forced to testify.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they pardoned Fauci, because I don't honestly think he would have done anything to Fauci, because he's so fed up with him, and and that guy's had enough airtime that he probably was just like, well,
and plus now he's suffering from West Nile virus.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. So he's going through the same shit, my friend Rick Instrom.
Rick Instrom. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's, it's almost like a stroke, but it's a virus because
Justin, I'm sorry. Justin just sent me a message, and there's something about the Canadian border, because there was something brought up about that. I didn't get to watch that. I'm going to go back and watch it later. But it was, and I guess Ron Brown and Marcus will be doing their show at the top of the hour. So you'll get to hear about drones on that show.
Yeah.
And, what do you want to bet?
Politics. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to? our politicians here in Australia have really got no idea how to run a raffle. Yeah.
Yeah, that is correct. And because our political system is a very interesting one, we only have a two-party political system. So you either pick one or the other. So from my point of view, I'd be picking the other because the one we've had over the last 4 years has been a mess. So give someone else a chance and see if they can fix it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is you're right there. They could do that. It'd be technically, I guess, even though they've got a preemptive pardon, they could still try them and then just pardon them. But yeah, I know you guys now. Which have you got? Is it what government is sitting right now for you guys, Dominic?
The Australian Labor Party.
The Labor Party. Okay, so that would be the same as our Democrats or our Liberal Party.
Yeah, they're exactly the same as the Democrats.
Yeah. Only reason I can keep that straight is because when you say the Labor Party, I think of the labor unions, and the labor unions have always supported the Democrats here up until this year, or this last year.
But the trouble is, the opposition, who are the right-wing party, are the Liberal National Party. So they've got the word liberal in there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I always have to stop and ask them. If you say it's Labor, well, then I know the other party is probably the Liberals.
But even more confusing is the colours are reversed. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the Liberal Party is blue, and the Labor Party is red, and it always confuses me when I see
the Labor. Yet the Labor Party is the liberal ideology, whereas the Liberal Party is the conservative ideology.
Yeah. The Liberals are conservative. Huh?
Yeah.
That's what confuses me about American politics. Your colours are the reverse. So when I saw red, I went, oh, no, I don't like that. And then when I realised that red is the good party.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the conservative side.
At one time, the colours were opposite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They changed them. Was it in the...
I think it was during George Bush or before Bush. Maybe...
I think it was...
Reagan?
I'm thinking Reagan.
Yeah, because Reagan was 1980. So,
Yeah, Reagan was 1980. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And it might have even been earlier. I can't remember now. But I do remember that they were...
Jimmy Carter.
During Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's probably where we got it from. The English,
Mark. You're.
Yeah, the English. Yeah, we've got the same.
Yeah.
We've got a similar color, but we've also got. We don't have a U in our Labor. It's LABOR. There's no U in it.
Right.
And
oh well,
we have a similar.
You know how the British are.
Parliament. Yeah, well, we're a very British colony. So obviously our system is going to be very similar. It is based on the Westminster system. So
right,
we are similar in the way we set up.
Yeah. I know it took me a long time to figure it all out. I had forgot about y'all's colors being different, and and probably at the time, all of them were using the same color pattern, but we changed ours, and I think because a lot of it probably had to do with. For the longest time, none of the conservatives or the Republicans wanted the color red because that was the Soviet Union and Communist China.
That's why I always,
I
always, that's always synonymous with communism.
Better red than dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that back in the day.
I love this.
Yeah,
and then
there's no you
because that's a very good comment, Greg.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't have it. One Nation. No, One Nation is orange.
Oh.
And the Liberal Democrats are yellow.
Yeah, we don't have. The Liberal Democrats we do, but then they don't figure much. We've got.
Well, what about the Green Party now? Are they actually green?
Yeah, they're green.
Yes, they are. Here in the United States. The yellow would be libertarian here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. We don't have too many libertarians over here.
Yeah.
Or liberal Democrats. We've got
well,
we've got
weird.
the Greens, the ALP, the LNP, and then we've got the Teals, which are basically they're basically Labor.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to point out the Teals. They're
Teals,
sort of
yeah.
like a they're sort of like how do I say this? They're like a Labor light. They're yeah, the Tea Party. That's how I was trying to explain them.
Teals are
and
Tea
then
Party.
we've
Well,
got
our Tea Party
one
is different than
nation,
y'all's.
which are orange.
Yeah, because our
but
Tea
they're a
Parties are
Queensland party.
conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
that got
the Teals are
started
left.
after Obama got elected.
The Greens and the Teals are left.
Mm-hmm. And
Stay
the
there.
Cookies and Cream Party, yeah.
Yeah, the raving.
Yeah.
Yep. The monster
Cookies and
raving
Cream
lunatic
Party.
party. Yeah. Lord Such.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's both. Yeah, and I haven't even tried to touch on Canadian politics. That's just such.
Yeah, that's even weird for me. But if you actually, if you want to know what the weirdest politics is, the New Zealand Parliament. That is even weirder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You gotta figure that considering they don't know how to speak proper English.
Yeah, exactly.
They're worse than they're worse than we are here in Oklahoma. Like they don't.
Those vowels are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, isn't
well
that
done,
nice?
Brett. Well done.
Well done. Good for your daughter. Good.
I think we all need one of those.
Yeah. Sweet.
Resort. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to go to a resort in your in the Philippines there? Down there in Amadeo Cavite, Philippines?
He's not as obsessed about it as you are, Art.
Yeah.
You know, you got to think about where he lives at in Australia. It's probably, well, no, it's not the same climate because he lives in New South Wales.
Yeah.
Whereas
I'm further south.
So it's New South Wales, right?
Yep.
And yet you're further south, and then South Australia is further south than that.
South Australia is actually east of me.
East of you, yeah.
West of me. Yeah, west.
West, yeah, okay.
So South Australia is west.
Y'all don't know how to name your provinces very well, and your
they got Western Australia, right?
Right, yeah, Western Australia.
Yep. They got Western Australia, right?
That's where Perth is.
Yeah, that's the one they got right. It's like they started from there, and then, well, that's probably because they let the people from New South Wales end up naming the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
from New South Wales is Mexico.
I
thought that was Tasmania.
Yeah, well, I'm sandwiched between New South Wales and Tasmania.
Oh, okay.
Tasmania is an island.
Yeah,
I know that.
It's the biggest island in Australia.
Yeah, that's where all the two-headed people come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But there's actually two little islands between Tasmania and Victoria, and King Island. You've got to get the cheese from there. The King Island brie there is just delicious.
Okay. Queensland, I joked about. I was from Mexico
we've got many
I'm
islands
south of the border. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, oh wow, guys.
Wow.
It is
it's
almost 8
that
o'clock.
time again. We've been able to talk.
King Island is shutting down the cheese production.
I know. Yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah.
And there goes the notification.
Yep. So, gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. You guys, thanks everybody who joined in. Happy Inauguration Day, the for those of us that are celebrating.
Yeah.
And
yay!
We'll be thinking of you in 4 years. Those of you that are not celebrating, but we understand. We've been there. We've several times.
We are equal opportunity here.
Yeah. So
right.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, X-Wing. But yeah, so go over and check out Drone Nation is starting right now. They're already started. So I'm going to call it a night, and I'm just going to, no fanfare. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys again next week, or I'll see you in one of the other shows. All right.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
Good night, Lord.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.